Isabel! The servant chick from the frickin' inn! The priest of Saloon. She's his daughter.
I have something to ask.
Helen! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing. Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Did I hear you correctly before? You're Kevin Fawn's daughter.
I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise.
Very well.
Very good. We look forward to it. Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Okay.
Aelin!
That's one way to fucking
We'll
put it.
see you later.
I completely forgot that was her name. Also, like, I like the fact that all the bodies are still here. All the bodies are still here. Alright, let's look at his armor. What was his armor? I didn't get a good look at it before he, like, buggered off. All incoming damage reduced by 2. When activated, you can't be moved against your will by any spell. Half the spell counter has an advantage on attack rolls against it. Oh! That's really good.
The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
Who cares? I'm not sure. Don't all living things.
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer.
Are you asking that question as well, Yin Yin?
Until such time, be availed of my services.
Why, yes. Once Alfira is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal.
Alfira's writing us a song. A stupid song won't bring Mole back. Tell her, won't you?
Any moment now. Miss Alfira wants to write us a song about you fighting Ketheric. But I missed Mole.
She's a resourceful kid. I'm sure she's somehow fine somewhere. I'm willing to bet it has something to do with, like, she made the deal with Raphael to get her out. Or save her.
You're here. Good. That's good.
I just killed the mortal. That's all you had to say. Are you alright?
Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maul is still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're
writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me.
I'm humoring you by having this conversation. Jesus Christ. I'm sure they appreciate it.
Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
What's taking them all so...
Oh, I hope I find a bard in the city. The kids would love a little show. I'm sure of it.
You've kind of just taken over Moonrise now. It's mine. This is now my kingdom. Will, how are you doing? Because your father is currently embedded with a tadpole and going towards Baldur's Gate.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
No pressure, then, is what you're saying. Mizona said, you can ask what led the pact in exile. It's time I know the whole truth.
Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
I'd give my life him and keep you the residents safe.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To what end?
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate.
Fucking a lot of people want to lay waste to this city, dude.
I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Sure.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. And I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Surely Mizona doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
What about your father?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
Sacrificing your soul to save the city was a brave thing to do.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Is that how you lost your eye?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
How are you feeling?
Do you really need to ask?
Yes?
I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind. The shadow fell. Night song. I can think of little else.
Night Song, she mentioned your fear of wolves, just like you shared with me. There is no coincidence.
That's not the first time you've made such a leap. Maybe it's a Selûnite trick, or another way for Lady Shah to test my faith.
Night Song will be able to give you answers when the time comes.
The sooner I speak to Night Song, the sooner I'll know what the future holds for me. Assuming I have a future at all. It might be best kept until later. I'd be a poor counsel and worse company just now.
Got your second upgrade. How's it feel?
Incredible. Like I'm really alive. Like we can finally be real. I can be close to you now without fear, without thinking too hard. We can just be.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
I feel there's a great deal you haven't told me.
Not on purpose. Or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of it all. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
There's magic in the look, sure.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how or why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
And did he shout boo? He'd become the chosen of Markle.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
Understandable.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
The angel chick?
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
I'm taken. What is it?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
There's a great deal about you I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Are you really Salona's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
You died in that fight. I had to resurrect you. How did you come to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorn. Father of my one and only love. Enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorn never did trust me. Even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel. By her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
She is really into this. Understandable, since she's been brutally tortured and killed and used over and over again for like fucking 100 years or something. Would your mother be willing to aid us? Oh, gods no. The gods don't get involved in such things. Only the bad gods get involved in things. The good gods just seal their ass.
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side. Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
So you're joining my party? I would totally replace Shadowheart with the daughter of my enemy and the angel chick. That's my new party. Like, oh, I think those are Arabella's parents. I remember the Komiya name.
No time to rest.
The doctors found oblivion. Well, no time to mourn. I'll fix this without him.
That body she's working on. That's Arabella's father.
Yep, I thought so. Why are you treating a dead
Not
body?
dead. Merely medicated. To ease the pain.
Corpse, a subtle poke. I'm not using inspiration on that.
Hey, don't do that to my patient.
They're dead. They're genuinely dead. They're just straight up dead.
Watch your back.
His sleight of hand is so good that it's a -3 target to steal that.
Thank you.
Which basically just means he's a guaranteed theft. Okay. We are going to go to the left of here. Primarily go to this brewer place, because then we have to go back to the right hand in this quest at that other scary random dude with the bird. So, yeah. We'll go do that. Oh, Jesus. The fuck is that? 4? Wait, what? What the 9 hells are you? What is it you're serving?
Only the best. Oblivion and beyond. Go on. Cheers. Bottoms up. Go nuts.
rotted like a corpse and smells worse. Did the curse do this?
Pick up the tankard.
Leaning in, you can see how the creature's skin barely holds it together. The bulge of its belly is on the cusp of bursting wide open.
Would you like
Keep
one
your
wafer
distance.
fin?
He looks like he could burst any second.
Someone give him a wafer fin.
Go on, drink. Make it drink. Be drunk. You and I both. To our good health.
Mime drinking? Holy shit. Bardic inspiration? No, absolutely not. If this doesn't work, we're screwed. 15. That's fine.
Elixir. But such a small sip you take. Fear not. You will soon quaff as I do.
Okay.
Now tell me the story. A fable, a saga. Guide me.
Warlock persuasion. I made a deal with the devil. And roll a 9. Something. Jesus fucking Christ. Why am I rolling so terrible? Use inspiration. Hey, that's more like it. That's more like it.
A deal most sordid for powers profane. To sign away your very self. Compelling.
Yes, compelling.
You ask, you drink, then you amaze, infuse, astound me. Again.
How did you become what you are now?
Father Catheric's laughter. Not joy. Not ever, never. Only laughter. Now drink it deep.
Visible form. Who plays the curse on this land?
Father Catherick created. Father Catherick sustains. Silence. Quiet. Hush. Just drink.
It's saving throw works, but I don't want to drink it. 18. There's no way in hell. No way in hell it works. Come on, that's 20, that's 20, that's 20, that's 20, that's 20, that's 20. I'm screwed. Well, we're fucked.
Imposter.
Oh dear.
You will regret.
Expect anything. He's been cursed to the hells and back.
Holy shit, he's got a lot of... He has a lot of health. Numb. Physical attacks have added gas to burn special... Oh god. You telling me this thing is immune to all physical attacks? And when I attack him with his physical, he gets more damage? Alright, well, Astarion, your job, my friend, is to take out his... Yeah, take out the other ones. Alright, Shadowheart. Do I do Bless, or I just leave it? No, honestly. And they save. Of course they do. Of course they do. You heal... Are you healing with poison damage or something? Is he coming back over? Why did he run away in the first place? What the hell is he doing? Nothing good, I wager. That's a big fucking hammer. It's a big everything. I have no rage points for this, actually. This is kind of bad.
The drink! It's turned necrotic!
What do you mean it's turned necrotic? Yeah. It appears everything does everything to it. Any physical damage is, like, useless. Yeah. And turn. This could get messy. Because, that thing is immune to all physical damage, which is, like half of my damage. No. Good lord. I hate when it does that. How is it still alive? How does he still live? Uh-oh. Holy crap, that does a lot of damage. That is brutal.
Never a dull moment.
I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this could get messy, because like half of my characters are basically useless against them. Is that it again?
Tottery. Another drink might knock him out.
Holy hell. What's happening? Why is the light changing? Why is everything... What's happening? I'm scared. Burning reflux. How many frickin' stuff does this person have? Jesus. This is a really cool fight, though. Like, fire damage is changed to special brew. Careful, adding additional flavors might make the mixture worse. What do you mean worse? How could it possibly get any worse than it already is? Shadowheart taking the brunt of all this damage is basically my plan.
Everything.
I was really blaster now. Got rid of burning. So, fuck it. Shadowheart's gonna take the bulk of all the damage, which is fine, because she has a lot of damage to fucking bulk. Astarion, you are basically useless to me, other than taking out stuff, so you can honestly put something on... Cast it on Shadowheart. There you go.
Down. Time to hit him with all I've got.
Don't feel so good.
Ah, he's not numb anymore. Yeah, he's weakened.
Time to push my luck again.
That does a lot of damage. Damn.
Got to keep fighting.
Shadowheart, this is the one time you can actually do damage to this dude. What are you going to do about it? Also, why is your Spirit Guardians gone? I swear you had Spirit Guardians. Ah, I have a perfect idea. Shadow Beam. Can you hit anything else with this? Nah. 6 to 48 plus radiant damage. And a Constitution save, and he's got the Constitution Hex on him, so he can do this. I believe in you! 50 damage! Dang. I don't know how long that debuff lasts for. I'm assuming just a turn. No. Astarion can now beat the shit out of him. Finish this!
Another fight. Let's go.
There you go. He farted as he died. Charming. That was a really cool boss, though. I actually really like that mechanic. Not overly difficult, but like the fact that he has different effects whenever you attack him with different stuff and everything is, and immune to physical damage otherwise is, that's a unique mechanic. That's an example of a mechanic I actually think is.
One day I'll catch a break.
Hey guys, I'm almost in Act 3 and I've only just realized that I can add rows to my spell slots. Like I can add Jesus. I did not realize. Like I was starting to get not enough spaces to put stuff. So yeah, I now realize that I can do that. I'm gonna have to sort that out afterwards. Greetings, spooky goth man.
The air stirs in trepidation. Madeline reported her friends to a dark justiciar and fled when they were butchered. Well, she flees no more. I will be the conduit for Madeline's spirit. I will force her to face trial, and you will be the judge. Make her beg. Make her suffer.
Oh, she also went to bat for her friend. She reported what they said, but said that they were, diverted and, to forgive them. I don't think she knew that they'd be...
Witness.
And then she just wakes up in the body of a freaking goth dude.
You said I was gonna be punished. That you'd be the judge. But I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I said it didn't mean nothing. That Ben and Mark were just drunk and whining. The Dark Justicia promised she was gonna chat with him. She promised!
If it was drunk complaining, why did you report them?
The Dark Justiciar said to report everything, big or small. She ain't the type you say no to. She gave 'em a dagger each and told 'em to press it against their stomachs on the count of 3, to start stabbing and not stop till she said so. She never said stop. I'd do anything to take it back. Anything.
Like I said, I read the book, I read the ledger, and so essentially she just reported that her friends said some things while they were drunk, and that they were just complaining that they'd recently got a pay cut, that it's nothing important, and that she tried to assure the person she was talking to, the Dark Justice. And then she tried to assure them that, oh, they were loyal to Shard, all that, blah, 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 the most loyal, faithful people we'd ever met, and, like, they were perfectly fine, and she really went to back with them after saying it. So I generally don't think that she wanted it. Yeah, there's nothing you need to do. This wasn't your fault. Because in the reply, they even lied. It's not like she got... Even in the reply that she got, the reply literally just said, I'm just going to have a talk with them, I promise.
What I did was wrong, and I won't ever forgive myself. But hearing that just one person doesn't hate me, that one person forgives me, makes the load so much lighter. Thank you.
He's not going to be happy about this, I think.
You were supposed to make her suffer, not forgive her.
You whine more than she did. What happened wasn't her fault. She deserved forgiveness.
That doesn't matter. I seek the guilty, the tormented, the anguished. You have crossed me, and for that, I end your pathetic life.
Better people than you have tried, my buddy. It more seems like he's seeking to make them punished and make them guilty and make them feel guilty so that he can feel better. Anyway, yeah, you're pretty screwed, man. Is your bird gonna get involved in this? I don't want to kill your bird for your stupidity. Eldritch Blast. Ah, he's still alive. Stand down, bird. I do not wish to kill you, but I will do so if I must. Anyway, with that done, we have done everything that I can find in the Shadowlands. The only thing that remains is
a lot on my mind.
telling Arabella the bad news about her parents, and then we go to Baldur's Gate.
Where's Mum and Pops?
Yeah, about that. Jesus Christ, could you put it less blunt? Your parents are dead. I found their corpses. Jesus. Where's the compassionate and kind and understanding way to tell the child that their parents are dead? Like, where's that option, Lyra?
No. No. I don't believe you.
It was quite the sight. Their corpses were all turned inside out. I'm so sorry, Arabella.
It isn't true. It isn't. Get away from me. Go.
Sorry, kid. It is what it is.
And